Okay. Hi. Hi, everyone. Give me a second. You know, I'm not the best with the chat. Hi. Hi, attendees. Today, we welcome you to presentation of Imagine for Ukraine, second one. I believe it's very important period of time. I always expect it. I remember how it been welcoming it for first time last year with Diana, and I invited Diana to be with us today. Then we will be starting the talk about the second title. Hi, you can use our slider too. I believe it's interesting. Then we use visual material also. Yes, you can just type in slider.com in your Google and just use this in GL. Instead of number, we are progressing, we are learning how to use slider. So please join us too. I believe it's interesting. Then we see chart and slider together. It helps us. Oh, hi, Kiev. We already see some here. I'm myself from Zaporizhia. Diana with us. Where are you? Tell us.
I'm in Kiev, and actually, I was the one who who took part in your poll.
Oh, thank you, to take the lead and please follow the Diana. Hi, I see people from Zaporizhia too, from Sumy, from Kiev. We have a pretty big geography today with us, and I hope you will enjoy it and stay with us. Okay, I see two people right in Kiev. I believe some of you already warming up to Slido. Yeah, you can use it and play with your students too. You can ask them to put some stickers here and also use it for typing words. Yeah, you can play, learn phonics together using Slido. So a lot of ideas can be done with it. And I hope you will be learning some practical ideas today. Yeah, and taking it to your classrooms uh, for this year and for next one too. But today we are greeting our speaker, yeah, and I take several moments of your time to tell you about Imagine for Ukraine. Then we will have a session with Diana. Yeah. Next one, questions and answers. Obviously, we need to discuss what we've heard, yes? And I will give you a short break, just a moment of relaxation. And then I will return to speak about technology that we are trying to enhance in our teaching and also learning process. I believe we created a lot for previous year and we will create even more for the next one. I hope some of you already starting using what we provide you with. If you're talking about technology, yeah. But maybe some new ideas will be there for you too. And I will send you this certificate. Please use the chat. How much time we need to receive certificate? I will give you options. Take a look. 2 months, 2 weeks, or 2 days. How do you think? I believe Diana knows. So stay quiet. 2 days? Okay. Other options? Other options? Okay, everyone agree. 2 days. Yeah, obviously not 2 months. And not 2 weeks. Yes, within 2 working days, namely tomorrow, I will send you all your certificates. So thank you. Thank you for learning this with us, that it takes some time, but not a lot to give your certificates. And I want to give it with the bank. As you see, we already have in Ukraine the first Imagine, and I can say it's one of my most favorite courses as it provides so many opportunities to be inspired as the teachers and find ideas, find new approaches, and also I believe it's very important. I don't know what about Diana. I believe I will ask her about that. But my favorite part is unit openers. When I see Ukrainian students there, I believe that they are welcomed to the English speaking community. We take part in it and we can talk with our students about their identity through this high impact photos. That's why unit openers just my most favorite part of this book, but I believe we have good tasks and also interesting activities there. So, Jana, what's your favorite part of Imagine?
Well, first of all, I would say that it's even more, for me, it's even more than just English-speaking community, just presenting the world with this book and English, and present English as a tool that helps children communicate with all other people from different countries, because English can be this lingua franca that helps communicate. And the pages show different countries, not just English speaking, but much bigger variety.
Let's ask them. Let's ask our participants. How do you think? How many countries are included in this series? Not just the Imagine the first one, but all the series of Imagine. How many? Let's take wild guesses. How do you think? How many? I believe it's more than 10. Okay. Who will be closer? Okay, we have 50. I can say it's warm, yeah, 20. No, much more. We are talking about all the world, a lot of different cultures. Yes, and I went to the two. Oh, 65. We are getting closer and closer, 70. Okay, I will tell you. It's 60. It's 60. I hoped it would be 100, yes. But I believe most English-speaking communities and also other languages, they are included, and we can see people from different places, children from different places. I believe it's important as we can talk and compare. And my colleagues hate me, but I always use this example of apple from ATB that we can find in the pages. I hope when I see it, I'm thinking that it can be both in our ATB, but we can discuss other cultures too, what they're doing on these pictures, and we can compare it with other approaches to life, our lifestyle. So I believe it's important that we open these windows for our students to see other cultures, understand that not only their playground is the world, the world can be much more diverse, and we can help our students to be part of it, even with the learning, as the learning is a trip, I believe, and maybe journey that helps you visit a lot of different places. So we can imagine a lot with Imagine, also, I need to mention several details. That the first one, it's pre-A level, and it provides you with 2 hours per week, this teaching, and 70 hours of classroom work. And especially we aim the typical educational program of Roman Shiyan for first and second grades. And I want to show you these awesome titles. Take a look. Every time when we return to Imagine and start and have discussion, I always ask the first question: what will be on the title? Tell me what the photo you will use. It's so interesting for me. It's a different approach. If you compare all the titles that we have in Linguist, they're all very different. But with Imagine, it's a big surprise. What type of picture would be giving you the highest impact of the year? Yeah. So I myself very pleased with what I see here. It helps me to talk with students about how important to take a look at the world and see beauty of it, and understand that we also beautiful because we're part of it. As you see, we already prepared it, so we are taking the first steps to providing you with a second level. Imagine. And also, the main approaches would be like that. We're talking about familiar things with our students, relatable for them. We are showing them that they can be part of this world, and they can find something that's really similar to them. It's representative, as we discussed with Diana, that we can find examples of Ukrainian culture and other cultures too. And also it's gripping. It's need to be interesting. It's need to be fun. Yes, if you're talking about primary learning, it's important. It should give you curiosity. And international title of Imagine have even a slogan. ABC. How do you think? ABC. Have they decided to speak about Imagine? What 3 words we've used to create this ABC? What is A? What is B? What is C? How do you think? I will tell you the first word. Always. Always for A. B. It's B. Yeah, always B. How do you think? What about, yeah, creative? Oh, good example. Yes. But no, not creative. Creativity is a part of our nature. What else? How do you think? What stands for C? Oh, thank you, Allah. Differently. Curious. Always be curious. Always look at this world and learn new things. Use your English to find new knowledge, yes, and new approaches to people. So thank you. Yeah. Oh, smart. Yeah, I used that for ultimate checklist. Always be smart. Yeah. But also, we talk about emotional approach to learning and respecting our students and providing them this environment that will feel safe, protected, loved, and respect. That's why we speak about emotions. We show emotional pictures and help our students to develop in 21st century communicators, when they appreciate other people, learning together with them, and they help each other. Yeah. Okay. So a quick speak about what we've done through the year. I will show you a lot. We've prepared alphabet activity game. It's already there, and I believe it will be an interesting activity for revision for second grade too. Mini flashcards and phonic cards, and also letter cards and culture pages cards and spinner games. I believe Dana given a big and interesting talk previously about using spinner. And also graphic organizers, it's really helpful. We have reading activities together, and we can do it like with students too, separately. Lesson plans, obviously, our favorite calendar planning, yes? Chat, video lessons. Here we need to say thank you to Yana Serdluk, who is prepared for really cool video lessons for students, and also letters for families. It's my expertise here been given. I really enjoy to talk about home family communication, so I let's say pushed Diana to the idea of adding these letters. But Diana provided us with ideas. Let's create interactive games. Today we'll be showing you such games. So I hope you will enjoy it. I also need to emphasize that you can always direct your ideas for us or your requests through individual consultations. Through such webinars, we talk about Imagine a lot, as you can see. But also, we try something new. With any type of thing, I believe it's important to try something new too and learn more. We try to read together. And maybe some of you have been there. Tell me, put pluses, minuses. Have you been with us through the reading that we've given together with Yana? We so on and so on. It was really fun activity. We were doing it together. Reading about going around learning about animals. Okay, minuses. I see. Allah, please come the next time. We will be talking about New Year, about snow, about toys. We will be revising together, and we will be talking about what methods and approaches we use when we help our students to enjoy reading. So please come. We give you practical lesson, and we give you some inspiration there. So you can also bring your students, as we provide certificates for them to be part of this reading. or you can visit later and watch the lesson that Jana will create from this session. Yeah. So please, we try to help this Imagine being a really enjoyable experience for teachers and students. And I believe it's really important as it helps us to stay tuned with what Ukrainian teachers needs and also students needs and respect them. Yeah. If you have any ideas about what you need more, please contact us and we will try to satisfy these needs. Yeah, or we will at least give you a consultation to our best abilities. Yeah. Okay. Oh. So. Yeah. I will give word to the Diana with her speak about
planning the lesson.
Journeys. Yes, we will be talking about journeys.
Journeying to the English learning world with your second graders. Thank you, Irina. That was a very inspirational talk about Imagine, and what is great about it, I personally really love this series. And for me, it's interesting if here are any teachers who are working with Imagine first level, or maybe was voting for this course during the last year textbook competition. If someone of you did, please just put plus for me to know that there are some teachers who are using this book and they're here with us. And I'm going also to, I can see, okay, great. There are teachers who are using, it's very interesting for me. You can also, in the chat after my talk, I will read the comments to write some feedback on this book, how it is for you, and what do you like about it, what you don't like maybe about it. It's very valuable for me as for editor-in-chief to know the feedback from those who we are writing this book for. And also several words about myself. So my name is, as it was told, my name is Diana, and now I'm an editor-in-chief in Linguist Publishing. I've been working with English books, with informational technology books, with math. And before that, long before that, I was working with at school. First, it was a state school, then the private school, but I had lots of years of this teaching experience. And I remember my first years with the primary students. It sometimes was a disaster for me, because I thought, okay, they are young, they are curious, they may be interested in everything, so they will definitely love English and all the new information. But it turned out that nothing is as easy as I could imagine, and they were misbehaving a lot. Sometimes they were lack of motivation, they didn't want to study. Even in the second grade, I couldn't understand what I did wrong, and it was hours of research for me of observing to understand how the lessons could be conducted in a productive way. And I remember my last year at school before I moved on, and the very late years were totally different. So students were really curious. Students asked questions, they learned, they showed wonderful results. Sometimes even better. For example, in reading, there could be results that were better than their native language. And what happened? Why did I do that? So why such a difference? Actually, it was definitely the way I planned the lesson. And during these years at school, what I learned more is that students should be really engaged, and you need to think of this dynamic of the lesson, and you need to plan the lesson Not for yourself, but maybe for your students, to understand your class, to understand your boys and girls, and prepare something that is really valuable and interesting for them. And you need to keep up with this dynamic and try to wonder your students and let them all also be on edge, like, okay, something is going to happen now, but sometimes they need some rest after that again. So this is very important. It helped me with this discipline problem. And actually, today we will have a look at how to plan the lesson. But before, let's play a bit. So imagine, as it was told, it presents you with the world, presents you with the different facts about the world. And I prepared little quiz for you. Let's choose a topic. Here you can see 3 topics. We will go through all of them, but for now, what fact will we discover first? Food, animals? Hello to everyone. I will definitely read to your comments after my talk, maybe if there is some feedback. Food. Okay, I see it's lunchtime or maybe even dinner time. So food. Okay. So you can see oranges here. What do you think? How many types of oranges there are in the world? 200, 400, or 600? How many types of oranges? 200, 600, a lot, yeah. Okay, here is the answer. 600, more than about 1,600 types of oranges there is in the world. Can you imagine? I can't, definitely. I remember the market shelves, and I could say there are about 3 or 4, but this is how how it is in the world. Okay, and the next activity for this quiz will be here are some words, how they are connected with the oranges. Southeast Asia. What do you think? How this word is connected to oranges? Southeast Asia. They grown there. Where they grow, yeah. Definitely. Actually, Southeast Asia was the first place where oranges were grown. So this is the origin country of oranges. Good. Thank you. Great guesses, everyone. Keep up. 1400s. What do you think? What is the connection? Discovered. Yeah, you're very close, Alla. They were delivered, started eating. Nice. Probably. Who knows? I wish I could have the time machine to find out. But yeah, that is where they were transported to Europe. So in the 15th century, Europe only found out about oranges. I guess that in Southeast Asia, they were much earlier. And then they move forward and forward. And the last one, Brazil, Spain, Mexico, Egypt. Great guesses. I really love you being so active, and it really helps me. Thank you. So what about the countries? I guess this one is quite an easy piece to guess. Native countries. We were, these are one of the biggest countries that grow the oranges. Okay, thank you very much for your guesses. Let's move on. So there were food. What about the next topic? Animals or houses? Typical climate, right, you're right, you are. So these countries have this suitable environment to grow animals. Okay, that was quite. Look at these pretty animals. These are kinds of monkeys. What do you call these monkeys? Squirrel monkeys, cat monkeys, or lemur monkeys? What do you think? Actually, if I were you, I would also answer a lemur, definitely. But the book says they are squirrel monkeys. Can you imagine? Because they look like squirrels for some reason. I can't really. I think after this webinar, we can have some investigation and to find out maybe more photos of squirrel monkeys. Maybe there they will be. But yeah, that's right. So they are squirrel monkeys. And let's find out something about it. Central and South America. They live there. Yes, these monkeys, it's their place of living. Central and South America. 40. 40 types, species. They are one of the species, squirrel monkeys. I think it's very hard to split them into like small squirrel monkeys, red squirrel monkeys, something like that. No, just it's closer to maybe think about the family, something on this in that direction. They live for 40 years. Actually, I have no idea how long they live, but it's very interesting in the family. Yeah, it is called troops. So the group of monkeys that live together is called a troop, and there are about 40 animals in one troop. And the last one, 500. I think it's a bit sad fact. They like bananas. I guess they like. Who doesn't? Actually, I know one person who doesn't like bananas. So 500. Actually, this is how many monkeys are left in the world. Oh, okay. And the last topic was houses. What do you think? Where can you find this bedroom? Yeah, you're right, Katerina. 500 monkeys left in wild. Yes, it's a hotel, definitely, but actually, it's not even a hotel, something closer, but not. Where do you think it is? United Arab Emirates, Paris, or New York? It's in Paris. You can even Google it. It is called a fish tank bedroom. Sorry, shark tank bedroom. This is bedroom that was built inside the tank with sharks in Paris. Here is the first association, sharks. How is it connected with this famous company? If you know Airbnb, this is a company that it's like a site where you can rent a room from the host when you travel. So if you don't like hotels, you can rent this room and have a nice time there. Usually there are very nice, interesting, unusual rooms. So Airbnb, this company, created a competition, and this bedroom was built in Paris as a prize for this competition of different places. And and now people can find it, book it, and have some time in it. And 3 people who won in that competition could spend a night there. So it's a bit of storytelling from me. So this is a very unusual bedroom. Now, can you imagine using these topics when you using these facts when you work with your kids, when you work with your students, and when you talk on these obvious topics like food, like houses or animals, and you present them these very interesting connections. Of course, I created these quizzes for you, dear colleagues, not for the second graders. I can imagine that for them, using such language would be difficult. Maybe I could use the quiz, but the following up activity would be very difficult for them, for most of them. That is why your ideas, how would you adapt this quiz for the second graders? Not even quiz, but this follow-up activity. I think they can guess the country, they can guess the names of this monkey. But what about the facts? Would it be easier for students to make predictions as you did? Like to say something like inhabitants, something species, animals left in wild. I guess it would be a kind of a challenge for them. But it's not the reason for us to stop giving them those interesting facts from the teacher's book. That is why, of course, and I will open my future plans. So we are going to see how to adapt difficult language to young learners. But if you want to create the interest, you can let them use L1, and if there is no rule in it, but discussion, some facts can be. Yeah, so they can use L1, and you just parroting it using English, so they hear some interesting words and get used to normal speech. You can ask them maybe to combine, to use words they know, and if they don't know this word, they can use Ukrainian language or whatever native language it is. Of course, 5 Little Monkeys Jumping on the Bed would be a very nice continuation of this. I love this song. I remember, I even don't know who loves this song more, me or my students, because it was all the time, was all great and in different variations. Definitely. Squirrel monkeys jumping on the bed. Why not? Yeah. So work on pronunciation of the word squirrel. You can substitute this following up activity with the fact just with the descriptions, like how many monkeys can you see? What colors can you see? What parts of the body can you see? How many eyes? How many fingers? How many arms? How many heads? Right? I don't know what they are doing. So you just use simple language, but you still talk about the picture, but just on your students' level. What can they do? Right. Great, Svetlana. They can eat, they can jump, they can look, they can all the verbs. It's very great. It's a great activity to recall the verbs. And I know the students sometimes lack of verbs, and that is why always use a chance. Elicit more words on the target topic. So we start with monkey, right? What other animals can live in a forest or in the jungle, right? So we just elicit, and then we move on to the topic animal. So it could be a great topic presentation, right? So don't miss this chance. Even to introduce different facts on the topics that you study with your students. Don't be afraid that the language is too difficult. You can always adapt it, but these little find out minutes can be a great way to motivate students. And you can find out about your students' interests a lot. Also, so turning back to the lesson, my baby, sorry, going to my topic. Let's talk about how to plan the lesson and how to plan discovery in this lesson. So when Ira asked me about what I like about Imagine, of course, on the first place there are traveling and journeys, and on the second place there is a clear structure. So you always know what you do in this lesson. You always know what to do in each activity, and you get used to the structure, and your students get used to the structure. So it really helps you to manage the lesson, and each lesson has a very clear outcome. So you can see lesson 1 vocabulary. So students will work on the new words. And lesson 2 is grammar. So students will use these words in some grammar structures. Lesson 3 is reading, and so on and so forth. So students, and you get used to the structure, and everything is much easier. A well-planned lesson for young learners and for other students as well has a clear goal, contains a student-oriented presentation. To my mind, this is what worked really well. A lot of practice and a production stage. Sometimes, of course, it's possible to transfer production to the next lesson when the material is very difficult, but some summary when students can produce something is really important, and students have this feeling of achievement. So let's look at this vocabulary lesson. While I will present my ideas, let's think about the aim of the lesson. We will discuss the aim, the last from this list, but just try to think what can be the aim of the lesson. You can even write your ideas now, and then after several slides, you can change your idea. Okay. So it was about student-oriented presentation. So imagine here is a lesson. We are studying clothes. And here are 3 places: the park, a playground, and a city center, the city center. So 1, 2, 3. For your convenience, they have their number. 1 is park, 2 is a playground, and 3 is the city center. What you're doing? I'm going to tell you the name of the clothes, and you think to what place you would wear it. Are you ready? So in the chat, please write to me 1, 2, or 3. So the first piece of clothes is, let's say, dress. If you're a man, think, who would you take in a dress with you, and to what place? 3, to the city center. Okay, thank you. To the city center, great. What about jeans and t-shirt? Jeans and t-shirt. To the park or to the playground? Thank you very much. Great. Okay. What about funny socks? Funny socks. Where would you wear funny socks? Everywhere. To the playground. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Maybe to the city center. Great. And trousers and a t-shirt. Trousers and t-shirt. What place would you wear it? To the playground, someone to the park, someone to the city center, to the park or city center. Great. Everywhere it's the most is the easiest clothes to wear. Thank you very much. So what happened here? I tried to make the language from the lesson closer to students. They may not know the words, but I can have the flashcards for students to present, for example, the dress, jeans, socks, and students will first, before even pronouncing the words, before working on the pronunciation of understanding of their memory, they will just match the words to something from their experience. So they all visit playground, city center, park with their friends or with their parents, and they always wear something, right? So it's very easy way to make this connection. After you work through all the clothes, of course, you move to the lesson and you start doing these activities like listen and point, listen and repeat. You play with your students different games so they recall these words, so they can describe them and so on and so forth, right? Look at this interesting picture. The next question to my students after activities A and B would be pointing to this picture. And my question to the second graders would be, what colors can you see there? We can see blue, I can see pink, I can see white, I can see gray. Maybe you need to teach gray to the students. And here is, I can see some of you writing the colors. Thank you. Pink, blue, yellow. Yeah, something yellows here. So if to read this capture, this bird is called a cockatoo. Here is a very serious adult fact, seriously written, I mean, fact for adults about these birds. So the bird in the photo is a cockatoo, part of the parrot family. While parrots are typically colorful birds, most cockatoos are black and white. In fact, the gray and pink gala cockatoo in the picture is the exception to the rule. Most cockatoos lack something called dichtexture, a special texture in a parrot's feather that gives them their brightly colored hues. Even though they are not as colorful, cockatoos are among the more intelligent birds in the parrot family. You see? So it's something very unusual. Yeah. So first of all, the name of the bird can be something new for us. And also this fact that the parrots, they are not as colorful as usual parrot, but they are really intelligent. Of course, if I were a teacher of the second graders now, my next question would be, okay, this is very interesting, but how should my students understand if they don't know maybe 70% of the words in this fact? The fact is taken from the teacher's book. What your ideas? How would you present this fact to the second graders? Just give me maybe some hints, some associations, what would you do? Or maybe you just would skip it and just share with your family and friends, for example, instead of the students. Oh, I really love it. The chat is so active today. So my question is, would you use this fact to with your second graders, if you have such group, and how would you present it? Okay, thank you. I can see. Yes, I would make short sentences. Thank you, Alla. Right, we are on the same track. I will show you something that I have prepared for this very picture, and it definitely contains short sentences. Agree. Yeah, short sentences, definitely. Okay. So not to true, false. Oh, very interesting. So you can turn it into a game. Okay. This is a parrot. Yes. True, false. Yeah. These, they are all pink and gray. No. Oh, they are all white and black, but it's sometimes they can be pink and yes, very good idea. So you turn into interactive presentation, right? When students are not just listeners, they are active participants. Very nice. Okay, I won't take any longer. If you have some ideas, please share. It would be interesting for me and for your colleagues to know how to deal with it, how to transfer these interesting facts with a simple language. And so talking about simple sentences, so I prepared a text for my second graders like this. Look, this is a cockatoo. What is a cockatoo? Is it a cat? Like, no. A dog? Oh, what is it? So maybe some say, no, a parrot, a bird. It's a parrot. Children, what color are parrots? They can give you the colors, red, green, blue, white. No, and cockatoo can't be red or green. It's only, yeah, what color can you see? It's only white. So cockatoos are white and gray, but this cockatoo is lucky. It's white and pink, right? Cockatoos can't be red or green, but they're very clever, very clever. And after that, true false game can be a very interesting idea or something like that. So what I did as you suggested, I created simple sentences. Of course, I took away some facts like dig texture because I'm not sure that it's important, but maybe I can even use it. So they have special, in their body, they have something very special that doesn't make them blue, for example, right? And also I turn it into a conversation. There was a suggestion to turn it into true false game, which I think is very clever idea. But alternatively, you just when you present the difficult facts, you turn it into a conversation when students can produce some simple language, so they feel included and they catch more difficult ideas with this. So this is what usually you do with the facts. Okay, let's move on. So as I told you, the good lesson has a student-oriented presentation, and also it has lots of practice. The book suggests you some of the exercises like listen and point, listen and repeat, point and say, work with the picture, but also in the book there are additional activities, which usually don't require lots of equipment. You don't need to prepare handouts, you don't need to prepare some cutouts. You just use your classroom, the place, your students, maybe their pens and their notebooks. That is all that you need to in order to help students. So one of the suggestions, I think it's really nice, and again, it helps to individualize personalize a lesson. So you can ask students to bring their toys, and they can describe their clothes if they have one, or you can prepare a very big toy for everyone and ask students, so darlings, imagine this teddy bear is going to the playground. Remember the presentation? So we continue this. They're going to the playground. What does he wear? Please draw and write. And here, after talking about colors, after presenting the language, you can ask students not just tell you the names of the clothes, but also to make word combinations. For example, a red t-shirt, blue socks, green trousers, yellow shoes, and so on. And students, they have their pencils ready, they color, they label the pictures, and they present their clothes to this teddy bear. So it's an activity for students. First of all, they will practice the language one more time. They will practice speaking, writing skills. They will practice more fluent language, like not just clothes, like jeans, dress, like naming the clothes, but something more meaningful. I need to put on beautiful clothes on this teddy bear to be the coolest teddy bear in the playground, right? Like this. So it takes some time, and students will love it. Usually they develop their writing skills very quickly while doing such personalized activities. What do you think? What is your opinion? What about your students? Do they like such personalized activities? Can they help to develop writing skills? Another practice, then you can use their pictures to practice language, so they can exchange the cards, describe them, they can make some combinations, they can play this fashion show, maybe with the cards and something like that. Another activity with post-it notes, I think students will love it because it really helps kinesthetic students to show themselves. So what they do, you hand out post-it notes to the students, and they can be two options. For example, they need to write down what they are wearing today and to stick it on their piece of clothes, like pink sweater, black jeans. You can ask them to make deliberate mistakes. For example, I can write black sweater. You will see and say, oh, Diana, you're wearing pink sweater, not black. It could be a very fun activity. Or alternatively, they can prepare post-it notes for their friends. And then while, for example, the music is playing, they need to come to their classmate and to stick the post-it notes on this or that clothes. Why not? It could be, I think, different variations of such game with just simple post-it notes. For example, I would ask some of the students, maybe 5, if the class is very big, 5 students come, then they should go out the classroom. Other students will write down several pieces of clothes with color, what is important, and then they can see how many matches they have, for example. Yeah, why not? It's a great moving activity, and again, they're talking about each other. And the production stage, usually production stage means that students can show you how they can use the language, what they can do with it. So the production stage can be with this post-it notes. It can be a conversation when they just describe each other's clothes. Okay, let's move on to the aim of the lesson. What do you think was my aim? Well, I'm thinking you are thinking I'm going to show what I meant during the lesson, and you can also write in the comments. Do you have the same idea, or you noticed something different? So my aim was that by the end of the lesson, very to present vocabulary, help students use it. Thank you, Alla. Right, yes, of course, to present the vocabulary. But when I think about the lesson aim, I usually think not about the first stages. I think about the final stage. So what I want, what result, what outcome I want to have. And in here, I want that my students will have been able to name each other clothes using color plus clothes word combination with the target language. So why this aim? It has an outcome. So I know where I'm heading. I know what I want my students to say at the end of the lesson. That is why I will build my activities gradually to lead them to pursue this aim. Also, it refers to the particular structure. Naming the vocabulary is totally fine with the young learners. But as some colors were presented there, I thought that maybe it could be a great thing for students to say not just a word, but structure, like a pink skirt, a red sweater, blue shoes, and so on. And also has some real life connection. So why they need this in their life? Maybe to name each other clothes. I'm not sure that it's a really real life connection. Maybe if I said that they can write a list of what they want to wear using the structure, what they want to wear in the playground would be much better. Because it has more real life connection. But for the first lesson, I think it would be really okay for students just to be ready to remember the words and to use them while talking not about some picture, but talking about each other. Why not? And let's move on to the second part of my talk is about discovery. So what students can discover in the English lesson? First of all, world around them. Second, my country. I think it's a very good idea that is presented in Imagine that all units are started with Ukrainian pictures. So students can learn that their country has its place in the world. It has connections with other countries, and they are learned that it's really great to talk about your country in another language. So when they travel, they can tell foreigners something about Ukraine, about their place. And also they discover themselves. Let's have a quick look at all these types of discoveries. World around me. Here, as it was presented just now, you can every topic can be connected with some interesting facts from all over the world. Also, it can be interesting facts, interesting people, or children, how the children live in their, how their children of their age live in different countries. For example, what they eat for lunch, how they go to school, what subject they learn, what clothes they wear, how they spend time with their family. Everything can be very interesting and exciting with your students. Another great discovery can be made during their video lessons. So, for example, after this unit, they will travel to Ecuador, to the market, and they will have a look what they can buy there, and talk about some traditional things to buy in that market, like masks. Very interesting thing to present, not even present, but to recall the language Also, my country, the same. You can discover interesting facts, people, places, themselves in their country and teach them how to talk about it. Just have a look at these beautiful unit openers. Zalishchiki town, Ukraine, it can be said that it was the first resort in Ukraine. You can talk about farm animals. Lots of children have like their grandmothers on the farm, so they can share with you interesting maybe stories about animals and their grandmothers. And of course, traditional clothes, a great topic, a great picture to come back when it is Vyshyvanka Day. In Ukraine, you can teach children useful words. You can ask them to describe something, and when they have chance to speak to someone from another when they have a chance to speak from someone from another country, they will definitely have this knowledge. And me and myself. So what can I discover about myself? First of all, values. Just have a look. In this book, values are presented for every lesson. For example, here is wear clean clothes. We can discuss with the children that sometimes T-shirts can be dirty. It's okay. We play, we have fun, we can have dirty T-shirts. Why not? But of course, but after that, we need to wash our clothes and wear clean clothes. And students recall themselves, they understand this value. Workbook gives wonderful opportunities to practice this value and to personalize this. This, for example, this is me. Look, I wear clean clothes, right? And they draw themselves. It's important to teach students this value, and you can ask them just to repeat. Wear clean clothes, be friendly, and other things. And when something in the class happens, you can refer to this or that value and ask students again to repeat it. And self-assessment. In the first grade, there were self-assessment pages at the end of the book where students do some activities or play games, and then they evaluate themselves. Like, I understand everything, I have good questions, I don't understand. And for the second grade, we keep these pages, but they are now in the on the site in PDF, so you could print them out and hand out to the students. You can see that in the last lesson, here is the QR code that you scan, and then you will get these pages. And students, again, they can discover how well they understand the topic, what they know, what they still need to practice, how well they can read, if they remember the phonics, if they can talk about something. Here are some signs that help students understand what skills they delivered, and they use this system of signals to present their ideas. Okay. I think that I'm even a bit longer than I had to be with you today. So thank you very much for your super active participation. I really loved to have such a great discussion with you. I do hope that you are enjoying Imagine series, and I believe that the second grade will not disappoint you. It will help you and your students to progress and to study English better. If you have any comments, questions, I will be still here. Please write to me. And again, thank you a lot for being such a great audience.
So, I believe we are ready. Okay. Presentation is here. The speaker is here. The participants is here, please. Yeah. Hi. Please stick with me. Today I want to continue our talk about practical approach, and I want to use all the techniques that Diana showed you, but with digital approach and with digital ideas, yeah, how we can enhance our learning and how to have these cute kids to know that world is something for them to appreciate and embrace. Yes. So today I will be taking you with me and also speaking about the resources that we already preparing and something that we plan to do also. So first of all, I have a question for you. Big one. Yeah. How to motivate young learners to build skills and acquire knowledge. Janet told you a lot of different approaches. Tell me what you will take to the next classroom. How you would motivate your students to learn something new. Any ideas? I prepared my list, but I also want to hear your ideas. No, namely see them. Any ideas how to motivate? Yeah. New books. Okay. Yes. Bring them something new, interesting, yes. Something that will boost their ideas and their cravings to learn more. Yeah, to create the need to learn something new, seeing something interesting and like a secret. Yes, new books. Digital tools, something cool. Yes, we take something cool and something modern, and something that speaks the language of the students, and they use digital tools for entertainment. Why not to add education there, and we will be having educainment, yes, education, entertainment together, educainment. So interesting topics, obviously, and they need to be relatable and gripping, yes. So we want something new, something interesting. I feel like they are already packing other package for next term, thinking about what we will take for next term and what we will use as our students. Okay, games, obviously, games. We're talking about primary school gamification, yes? Interested, yes. Let's hope they will stay interested, but stickers. Thank you, Vitaly. It's a great idea. I myself a big fan of stickers. I don't know. It just it's fun. It's interesting, and I often relate to the taxonomy of Bloom. Bloom and Bartle, two taxonomies. First about learning intentions, how we learn something. The second speaks about why people engage in different activities, especially games. And one of them is that we like to collect something. We like secrets, we like communication, we like to collect. And if it's about games, we like to win. Yeah. And all that we can use for our students to be motivated. My ideas is like that. First of all, obvious one. Diana showed you that, and today we are using this approach with you too, asking you questions. Yes, they ask you questions to understand what your interests are. Yeah, there we can find common ground for communication and how we can help you to learn something new today. Yeah, so asking questions. Obviously, cartoons. I'm looking at one of the programs called Pixton right now, but I believe it's too hard for primary school to create their own cartoons. There, I believe we will discuss it with teens very soon. But Tatiana, thank you for mentioning it. I believe it's a great idea to use cartoons. As we often speak about values from stories, yes? Okay, I told you, Imogen has particular approach, ABC approach. Who remembers? What does it mean? What this acronym stands for? ABC. Always be what? Always be ABC. Yeah. curious. Olena, thank you for being the first and remembering. Oh, thank you, Olga. Also, yes, curious. So it's important approach to learning that we help our students to feel that they are learning themselves. They want to learn it and they want to take a look at it. Yes, as they interested. It's like imagine the door. Yeah, it's slightly opened and we don't know what's behind it. It's like a secret for us. Obviously, the knowledge is like that. We show them, take a look. You can find a lot of more interesting secrets for yourself in this book, in this lesson. Yes, with this knowledge. We will give you means. The means will be English language. Yes, we will give you everything that you need, vocabulary and grammar. We will tell you how to develop your skills to open the door to learn more about those secrets of the world. But first of all, we start with curiosity. We build on curiosity. Obviously, gamification, it's one of the basic principles of primary school right now. Also, different types of learning. Tell me, what system do you use? Presentation, practice, production, or maybe different? Test, teach, test. Which is you? Triple P or triple T? What stands for you? Triple P. With primary school, yes. I believe it's one of the safest and easiest for our students approaches of how we learn something, then we see something new, then we practice and we try to make something on our own. Yeah, so we call it sometimes controlled practice and freer practice too. So obviously, triple P would be a good approach for such a thing, and it helps us go from the easiest to the more complicated. Yeah, so scaffolding techniques would be with us if we taken this approach. Different one is also good. We will discuss it today. Just that we have our own favorites, and it's our teaching style. So it's interesting to know how you teach us. Yes, and to give feedback. I believe it's really important, not just to say well done. Okay, tell me. I believe each teacher know like substitutions or synonyms to well done. Tell me, what is yours? What is your go-to phrase? What you use to say something similar to well done, but not to use well done? Play to go. Yeah, what else? How we will motivate our students, our young learners, to build their skills. Not great job. Okay, good and great job. Okay, it's one of the most used. Okay, what else? Brilliant. Yes, more. Let's diversify our vocabulary that we tell our students. Fantastic. Well done for well done. Anna, you're a tutor. Super. Okay, fantastic. Well, real excellent. Super. Yes. Fabulous. Yes. And I also encourage you to add some movements to it for your students to understand that you appreciate them through verbal communication, and also you appreciate them through unverbal communication. So you give them signals that you really like appreciate them. Making mistakes, doing correctly for first try, yes, taking more time to learn, taking less time to do some activities that were already done, and learning new strategies for it. Every time of thing that other students do, we appreciate it, we respect it, and we give feedback. Yes, but a lot of cool words you are proposing, and I believe it's necessary that we remember that without this base of us knowing how to deal with motivation of our students, any type of technology would be useless. They want to be just working. They need to be very carefully integrated in our lessons. Is it necessary for our students to understand? They have a journey, and you help them through it, and you are their guide. Yes, if you're taking journeys today to different places, so obviously you're a guide to that. But for that to happen, they need to have other own tools of communication, yeah, our means. I want to show you that we prepare some scope and sequence for each level. You see the first one, we prepared already for second one, for third one, and fourth. So we have some roadmap for Imogen. I just want to emphasize, take a look. Values, we teach values. How do you think for second grade, what values we need to teach? Let's start with the phrase we. We do what? As a teacher and the students, what values we will follow? We do what? We? Any type of ideas, like we come on time. Yeah, something like that. Good time management. Maybe it's time to teach our students that. Or other ideas? I will show you my first. Yeah, take a look. We share. Obviously, if you're talking about different topics, it's important to emphasize that we share knowledge. Yes, we share things that we use to learn. And we also share a lot of different things. It's just our mood that we want to share. Yeah, we want to ask each other, "How are you today?" Yeah, we want to smile at each other. It's all about sharing, and such things we will be trying to emphasize with our students. We also care. We care about our family. We care for pets. Yes, we care for animals outside. Ukrainians are a nation that care about, yes, and we very warm-hearted, and we want to speak about it, and we want to emphasize that we need to care for each other, yeah, and we need to respect each other. So it's some ground things that we try to teach our students. As you see, technology, it's just tools. If we add some values, if we add some ideas that teachers have about learning, then it becomes means of communication. It's something that they can take to your classroom, but you need to always check if activities helping you to emphasize some particular value. For example, be proud of our culture. Such activities would be much more interesting for your students and also will be helping you more if you talk with them about necessary things for them to learn. Something that we would see outside, yeah, and also something that we will bring outside beyond the classroom. That's why we do like that. We have and build our world of learning inside the classroom, but our world of learning need to be taken outside beyond the classroom, and there we want to bring these particular values that we're proud of our culture and we also appreciate other cultures too. Yeah, do you agree with me? Pluses, minuses for me to understand if we're staying on the same side. Tell me. Okay, thank you. Thank you, I see. Okay, yes, definitely. We need to emphasize some things, but it's necessary. It can happen in different types of activities. Yes, it can be about reading, about singing. It can be some story. It can be role play. Yeah, several quick discussions. I told you I enjoy Imagine because unit openers are speaking about Ukrainians and activities that we have beyond the classroom and for students, it's very relatable information. Yeah. And Diana showed you about Parrot. Yeah. And how you can relate to it. I believe I will take this lucky parrot to to speak to teachers more about it. Also, we tried to speak that they need to protect this world. Yes, we need to be protectors. We need to be responsible about what we are saying and what we are doing. All of that, we take in small steps with our primary learners, but it's something that can be the base for you to use technology. All that is not separated when we're talking about teaching offline, online. We take it everywhere, then we have a conversation with our students. We do our best. It's also necessary that we emphasize that students need to try to make some cool posters. They need to try themselves when we do some homework, but what we want from our students to try their best, and then we will show that we appreciate it. Yeah, even mistakes, it's okay to make mistakes. Yes, we are not toxic teachers, I believe, and we need to show that for every this step we say we. Yeah, we don't say you need to do this, you need to do that. No, technology would be also very toxic if we put rules like that. If you're doing something, it's good to use we. We show how to use technology during the classroom, and then we give it to our students use after that. If you're using some digital tools, always show to your students. Modeling is important, as everything needs to be shown. Then several try and trials, and then our students can play autonomous themselves without your help with it. But before that, we take steps where we speak with our students about values that we include and what we want them to teach, to learn, and also what results and outcomes they will receive from doing some activities. To be transparent, I would include it into the values for teachers, yes, but here we're speaking about values that we teach using technology. Okay, I just want to emphasize that the first level of what you will be using, it's obviously teacher's book. You see, it's a page from Imagine First. I just taken it as it shows you Ukraine. Yes, I believe. I really enjoy this picture. It's the first one that I've seen from the whole Imagine series for Ukraine being created, and I thought, oh, it will be successful. With such pictures, we can't just not to show it to teachers, as it's a really great series. Okay, so teacher's book give you some background information. You already seen it with Diana. Yes, it's necessary. We don't want to bring you something like photo albums. Yes, we don't want to bring you empty books. What we want is to give you high impact photos and a lot of background information to talk about. To create context for your lessons, yes, and also to help you motivate students to talk and also find some new vocabulary there. Yeah, find the need to learn new vocabulary if they can't use some words. But it's really helpful when we start such conversation with something very relatable like photos. Yes. Next one, it's aims. Yeah, we always want clear aims for ourselves and clear aims for our students. Yeah, obviously communicative practice, and obviously what we want, it's something from then we help our students provide support, and then we let them go, give them some freedom. So scaffolding technique would be very helpful. Yeah. And also you see some formative assessment strategies. It's all in the teacher's book. So if you think about using technology, the first step that you take, the first you'll stop on this journey would be teacher's book. I believe it's very necessary to use it, as it helps you to understand how you can improve activity using technology rather than just creating it from the blank spot. Yeah, like creating just your own activity, just using only words or grammar. No, the good idea is start with the teacher's book. It's your helping hand. Yes, it's your advisor, and also it's your supporter. As teacher's books always tell you you can do it. Yes, it's always this idea. When I open teacher's books, it's I see a lot of support and this. Yes, we will break it into the steps, and you will be able to teach complicated ideas to students, and they will understand you. It will be very comprehensible for them if you follow the teacher's book. That's why I'm speaking about it right now, that we need to start there. Okay, but what we will be using today with you, I will be showing you different interesting things that we created using technology. First of all, YouTube. Yeah. Next one, Quizlet, and then Wordwall. Okay, let me take you with me. Give me a second. Okay, I believe you can see it. Yeah. Here we on YouTube. Tell me, do you use video lessons? Pluses, minuses? Let's communicate like that. Or you can use yes, no. I believe for a system, yes, no, hardly. Yeah, also working. It's like the assessment system. Sometimes we use with other students. Yes, no, or we can make it more complicated. Yes, yes, no, no. So, if you take a look at the image, you will find that we have different system. Then we use other. Oh, yeah, and we show. Yeah. So we can use verbal communication also about talking with our students, helping them to understand that they can transmit some ideas using words or using pictures. Yeah. So communication happens on different levels. We with you sticking to the level of communication with words mostly. Sometimes forget that games are not about that. Games won't tell you a lot of words. Games would give you like, and most of the digital tools that provide us now give you less words, more visual material. The same happens when we prepare such things. Here Yana created a lesson. Let's give it a try.
Видавництво «Лінгвіст» та National Geographic Learning представляють серію відеоуроків до підручника Imagine for Ukraine 1.
Hello, friends. My name is Yana.
Yeah, it's Yana with us. Tell me, then we can include such video lessons in our lesson plan. Then you would use it before lesson or after lesson, if you're teaching something new. Primary school, then it's a good idea to give video lesson to your students after or before. And I need to emphasize that there is no wrong answers here, yeah, as it's a different teaching style. I believe we can accommodate both options, yeah. Okay. During, yes, Lena, thank you. Thank you for adding more dimension to this question, yes? So, it's like with any type of video, we have activities before watching, while watching, and after, the same with the lesson, yes? Then to include video, before, after, yeah, depends on topic, yeah? Depends how it's complicated or what activities you would see there, yeah? But Yana gives very quick prep talks with this lesson, shows what we're learning, helping to revise. So obviously, the logical approach with the most topics would be given after, yeah, to give students for revision to do that. But then they grow taller and taller, become more proficient with English. Yeah, maybe it's time to start to give them some activities like watching video before the lesson. Yes, it's a digital challenge. You can watch it together after during your lesson, but sometimes it's a good activity to help your students to try to watch material that we will be learning. Get familiar with it a bit. Yes, a bit. As the videos don't provide you with all the practice, it provides you with necessary practice for you to be engaged in this topic. But can it be used instead of lesson? No. Can it help you with your learning? Obviously, we can include it. We can learn something. We can have fun watching it. And you see, the videos short. They are short. 7 minutes, 12 minutes, 16 minutes. So it's not a lesson. Yeah, it's a shorter version that helps you to learn something new, to revise something. That's why I always emphasize that such videos, it's a really big help, especially when we have challenging times like we had this epidemic or right now, yeah. But it's necessary that we take a look at it as resource that need to be integrated into your lesson. If you just send link to your students, never watching it together, most of your students would watch it, but they wouldn't know what to do. The first types of using it need to be during the lesson. Yes, you need to try to show them maybe bits, to discuss it together, to introduce the speaker to your students for them to understand what they are watching, especially if you're doing it in English. Yes, it's not our mother tongue. That's why we need to understand there's some barrier between us and the speaker would be there. But what we need to do, we need to introduce her as a friend, yeah, and then try to use it before, after, or during your lesson, yes. So these videos, we do that. Okay, tell me, do you give some activities after watching video? And what activities do you prefer to give? If you're watching someone introducing vocabulary, let's say, what activities you would give after watching this video? Oh, yes, retelling. Yes. Or I would ask my students to recall the order, what's appeared, yes, something that moved, as people really enjoy. Oh, yes, impressions, but it's a harder level. I believe some basic activities like showing something, and if something moved, yeah, during the lesson, name what moved, yes. Gapped text, maybe, but I would ask them, you know, this approach about building a castle or building a room, like you need to tell me what's inside the room. Name the words. Let's say it's a book, apple, and phone. Yes, and let's say teacher there. And they need to create a story. I will use this method of storytelling and tell them, imagine we enter the room and we see the first what appeared in the story, yeah, would be the first that appeared on this video. And I asked my students to recall it, and while I'm telling them a story, we revise vocabulary. So it will be my new story, adding a new layer of vocabulary that we already seen during the video. So it still helps students to stick to me, yes, pay more attention to our lesson. They would follow the story, but we will try to recall what they have seen. Maybe some of them will guess the word. Some of them, no. We will watch it together quickly. Yes, the first word. What next? We're progressing through the story. It's very helpful method. Then we add some additional layer to what already been done. And also take different approach. I want to show you not only with videos, I will show it with other resources that we use. First of all, it's cards. As we will be learning some words with our primary learners, and we need some support for that. We created cards using Quizlet. So obviously, I have some cool cards. Yes, I can click it. And
bed.
Yeah, they are voiced. I can show them pictures, but take a look. All the pictures that we've chosen for imaging, they give you a context. If it's a living room, yeah, if it's living room, we see people there, yeah. If it's kitchen, we see children. We see parents. They're doing something there, yeah. So bedroom, yeah. We don't show just one thing. We want to give our students stories, and we can discuss what we see inside this bedroom. All these ideas that Diana given you, you can do with cards, yes? Add additional layer, so technology would be just background, and you would be clicking, and your students would learn, okay, Sims teacher was clicking several times. I need to click myself when I will be watching it with parents or myself after the lesson. Yeah. So click on it. Yeah. Quizlet. Quizlet proposes you several types of games. My favorite is the learning plan. We can use it. So obviously it's okay. It can be helpful. You see, this this topic already given me some percentage for learning for 1 day. So I can say thank you to it. Yeah, I can click it through just, but I can also play different games. Tell me, do you use Quizlet and similar cards only for showing cards, or you play all these games? Do you play games using Quizlet? Let's put the question like that. Pluses, minuses, yes and no. Yes, hardly. Also an option. I myself believe if we spend time creating them, it's a waste not to ever to try it. My favorite variance is that I can make cards bigger, just clicking it like that, and it can be quick revision at the beginning of the lesson what we have seen in the video. And take a look. We can go like that. We can go for translations. We can go for pictures. We can have a lot of discussions. Yes, and also if you're teaching online or you have interactive whiteboard, or at least you can draw. We can draw something here. A lot of doodles can be happening. You can cut it, yes, with some screen cutters and use it too. So it's a very good option that we can see cards better. We can use them. They can click it here. They also, but it's rather small. You can also modify our list, but you see all these pictures. It's necessary. And also, I want to emphasize that we need to include modern concepts. If you're talking about Queen, we don't include Queen Elizabeth right now. We try to include Camilla. I know that English teachers have their own ideas about Camilla being a queen, but still, we try to show them something that other students would hear from the news their parents listening to. So obviously, it would be strange to include not actual examples. Yeah, if we're speaking about some cultural approach, and also I will show you different modes. Yeah, it proposes us to go for learning. Obviously, if you tell your students use apps, Quizlet proposes that they can use this regime that it will be reminding them to go through cards one more time, and if you create your own cards, just copy in other lists. It's okay. You can also include your students and see their progression. So it's a small learning management system approach when you learn in these cards. Obviously, testing, it can be played as a game. We can play it true or false. Yes, we can. And I also can change from Ukrainian to English only. So it can be English lesson. Yeah. Also, I want to emphasize, take a look. If we play with cards and it's not motivating enough for your students, take different approach. Games that would be more visual, that provide you with less sport, but with more activities. Let's choose something. Oh, what I wanted to choose with you. Okay. Let's do like that. I will take this. I've played with homes this card, so I will take homes too. Take a look. It's a picture of a apartment. I need to figure out there to find some objects for a second. Great, it's okay. All the questions are
Where's the sofa?
voiced. Yes, I can show my students several types we can find together, and they can finish the rest at home. For example, if you don't have enough time to do that. But about this function print. Do you use this function print on word wall with your games? I know a lot of teachers right now using the word wall, but this is a life hack that been shared with me, and I believe it's very helpful too. So, okay, I see. Yes, for some of you who have hard time to recall it, I will show you. Take a look. I can take almost any game that been created and print it or download it as a PDF as activity that we can do together using a whiteboard, or just print it and give it to my students to do at home. Okay, so obviously how I planned this activity is will be printed like that. Then we can just have a quick shift, yeah? Or what you would say about much more challenging one, anagram. Do you like to play anagrams? I believe it's interesting. It's even something that adults like to play, as it gives you additional thought about, oh, how the words are created. Interesting. And not always we can guess the words. Obviously, people who are learning some phrases, like our students, primary learners, they will be much quicker in creating questions that they heard from you. Then adults that never learned these phrases in some topic, and they just need to recreate them just like randomly. Okay, also flashcards. Yeah, everything that I ask my students can be used and drawn. Okay, we can draw something, drawing frame. I believe this primary learning drawing is one of the best ones. Also, if you want writing, it will be here. Okay, tell me, what we would use more if we talk about objects, drawing or writing? I had to choose, yes? Okay, I myself, with most situation, would start with drawing. I believe it's necessary to give students, if you give them opportunity to learn new words, to help them draw these objects. Maybe it would be their interpretation. Maybe I ask them not to draw the object itself, but just details. Like they would just draw me, I don't know, a pillow, yeah, for a bed, yeah, or maybe it would be pieces, and we just exchange it in our class and continue to draw. So it's very interesting how we can motivate our students to be engaged, only taking bits of technology, yes? We are starting only with just picture and several questions, but programs right now propose you such activities like creating your own lists, yes? Creating your own approaches. Technology, it's not the means that can fulfill all our wishes, but it's some tool that we can exploit to max if we add our own creativity, and we will recall that we are teachers and we can be playful with our students and help them to choose what activities we will be doing and how to motivate them. That's why I started this topic with you, talking about how to motivate students. For us to remember that just giving them an anagram, yeah, maybe it's challenging for them. It's some type of secret that can be helpful, and students would, some of them, try to finish all 6, yes, but we want them to finish all 6 necessarily. So I can make the first one myself, but make mistakes and ask my students how to correct. That is wrong. Sometimes students enjoy seeing teachers making some mistakes, so it's a key to be playful with students and never make I make my lessons about technology only. Yes, like okay, today we are playing a game. No, today we are learning a lot. Today we'll do this and this and that. And you will tell me, have you enjoyed it? After the lesson. But right now, we will be starting with this one. Yes, with greeting each other, with saying how we feel today, sharing our thoughts about, I don't know, about colors, yes, that we see around the classroom today, about any type of thing that is beyond the classroom and inside the classroom. But then only I would include some pieces of technology, not just telling them, okay, you've learned some words, it's time to play a game with it. No. Try to include it using just bits, as if students would understand that anything that funny and engaging comes only through technology, then they would choose to do only technology with you. So obviously, they will learn something from it. But then they would miss all the opportunities that would enjoy with other students to play with them some games. My favorite game is when we take something like anagram and we just do some phonics. Okay, quickly.
Black.
Yeah. I'm completing it. You are writing in the chat. What is behind it? Okay, I will mute it. It won't be like it would be too obvious what I'm creating. Yeah. So yes, we can play together but make different challenges.
Clock.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. For me, like that. For you not to hear the sound. But yes, we included voice for students to do it quicker. So obviously I can make it as a challenge. It can be different types of challenges. It can be me playing, the students telling me what to use next. Yeah, for me to be a student, for them to be the guides, as they already seen this word through the lesson. And next lesson we are doing it together. If we're talking about just teaching them and then giving this activity, obviously they will learn something. Some of them do this activity, but before I model it during the lesson, it wouldn't be working so good as it could. Yes, and for me, I know I have some functions. I can use it like that. I can play with them a bit, give them some PDF to play different style, and then let them revise it after several tries. Yeah, and you know, this primary school, the more we give tries, the better would be results. Practice are necessary for that. Okay, too many C. Yeah, okay, what to take next? Obviously, yeah. We will be going through the process and helping our students to see them. And I told you, some examples are necessary to be related to their culture. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I believe there are a lot of different technologies, but never teachers feel satisfied with them. I believe they're always looking for new ones. I just want to emphasize that there is FOMO for most of us. Do you know what does it mean? I will write it in the chat. What does it mean? FOMO, yeah? FOMO. It's a feeling that we have, and very often when we deal with technology. Feeling of what? Word wall. Yeah. I'm speaking about that feeling, FOMO, something very common, and we often see it when we deal with technology as teachers. Feeling of missing something out, feeling that it's not enough. Sometimes what we want, it just bits. As enough is enough, yes? And we can see the reactions for some technology from other students, but if you see that they are too engaged in only playing games with you, in only using cards, maybe it's time to try a new approach. Maybe it's time to return to very good and very classic approach of learning just without any technology, for you to follow the principle of diversity with your activities, as sometimes students learn how to play some game just because they learn rules and they want the easy exit out. What we want to give them additional challenge. So remember, if a game is not challenging enough, it's a bad game. Yeah. If it's too stressful, it's also a bad game. What we want, learning game. That's why we try to use it, but always try new approach. Add something to it. You can copy any of these games, add your own layers, yeah, add your own stories, and make it more complicated, more challenging, more interesting for your students. Or maybe you will find that you want to add something, your personal there, your students' personal ideas there. It also would be very helpful when students see that something personal and very relatable for them included in the game. It's not just a standard game. It's about them. Yeah, it's about you. It's about Ukrainians. Yes, it gives very relatable topics. Then technology works on you. If you just find some interesting game and you just give it after lesson, no, it's too bad, but it wouldn't be giving you the max of opportunities that you could use. That's why I want to summarize what I've told you today, what we will be doing with technology. Always we take a look at what we want to learn with other students. We want some values. We want them to boost their motivation, obviously, and also to help them. And one of the good ways to help someone to learn is to simplify or paraphrase. So I am proposing this approach for you to try. Take material, take a look at it, paraphrase it, make it your own it, yeah. And also remember that some ideas are good, yes. Yeah, board games, obviously. Some ideas are good. They just need to be put in different contexts, and we will be working one more time, second time, third time. It's just you giving new layers. It's like the onion, yeah? You built in on layers. So that's why if you see that something is too comfortable for your students, maybe it's time to add new challenge and to add new layer to it. If it's too complicated, add layer that will simplify it. Yeah, so we try to build it as an onion, and inside the onion need to be what? Our principles of learning, yes, our teaching style, and also values that we want to include. Then technology would be working. If we don't model it with our students, if we don't show them how it can be used, for them it would be just something that sticks out of your lesson, something that compete with your lessons. Yes, like, okay, our lessons are about this, we discuss a lot, we do something, but after classroom I receive interesting games, yeah, and it will be like a competition, more challenging lessons and then easy and enjoyable games. What we want to show our students that it's something that works together like a system. We use it during the classroom or before or after, but every time we add layer that we will be working on one aim, to help to learn something new, yes, to help to find more practice in it, and practice can be different. Today we are doing some, say, time, yeah, then we will change it, and then you need to say time to activities, yes? So different layer, the same practice, yes? So we're combining activities together this time, but different approach. Or it can be students asking you question what you have done during this time. or they will be asking each other. So it's different activities, but the same pin I will be using here. So, okay, I believe I need to let you go. I will just remind you that your certificates will be sent to you. Tell me then, how many days will take it to be sent to you? Your certificates. Should we expect them in 2 months, in 2 days, in 2 weeks? Okay, I'm trying to share a screen one more time with you. Okay, so obviously in 2 days, yes, 2 days, they just want to emphasize it. Yes, every time as we receive a lot of letters asking about certificates. That's why I always try to emphasize it. Yeah, if you need to contact me, you can use my email, Irina Malerova @linguist.ua, or just call me. All the information about other titles and including Imagine on our NGL Ukraine site and also Linguist Publishing House site. If you feel like becoming a part of our teaching community, please join us on Facebook or in Telegram. I would appreciate you giving us feedbacks if you're teaching using Imagine, and if you're teaching with other titles like Smart Junior or Quick Minds, Super Minds, also please send your regards and your feedback to other ELT consultants. I know right now we have a competition even with feedbacks from Smart Junior. So please join us. Any opportunity that you will have. I know that soon we will be meeting with you one more time. It will be already in December. We will be together with Alex and also with different speakers. So see you then. Bye bye.